uncertainty. The state was backing out of a case it was unlikely to win. After awaiting his trial in prison for nearly 4 years, Maurice Pierce, the supposed ringleader, was reluctantly released by a state that still openly called him guilty. Those he supposedly led, however, still sat behind bars, with one facing life and the other death. When it came to their cases, the state seemed far less concerned with the constitutional considerations that spared Maurice. Prosecutors introduced Robert's confession at Scott's trial, and vice versa, never once affording either defendant the opportunity for cross-examination. If Robert Springsteen had been afforded the right to confront the witnesses against him, he wouldn't be sitting on death row today, his attorney told the press. It violated both men's Sixth Amendment rights and would become the basis of their eventual exoneration. Part 8. Lest we forget who we forgot. In 2004, the U.S. Supreme Court issued its landmark ruling in Crawford v. Washington. In short, it ruled that statements of witnesses who don't appear at trial are inadmissible in court. In Robert and Michael's case, prosecutors had relied heavily on the confessions of each man to implicate the other without permitting cross-examination, a violation no longer legally tenable in the eyes of the Supreme Court. Robert's conviction was subsequently overturned in May 2006, and Michael's followed suit in June 2007. Procedural delays held them hostage until 2009, when both were released on bond and under supervision pending retrials. These retrials, however, never came to pass. That same year, as both sides braced themselves for court, forensic advancements finally caught up with the case. Prosecutors ordered specialized YSTR DNA testing on vaginal swabs taken from one of the girls. That testing revealed a previously unidentified male Y chromosome profile, and neither Robert, Michael, Maurice, nor Forrest was a match. The sample was run through national YSTR DNA databases, including those maintained by the FBI, and a partial match was returned. Not to anyone in particular, but to a Y chromosome haplotype shared by thousands of men. This, combined with the collapse of the state's case and the constitutional fallout from Crawford, forced prosecutors to dismiss all remaining charges, and Robert and Michael finally walked free. Both men continue to keep a low profile as they navigate the realities of spending nearly a decade in prison for a crime they didn't commit. None of the true perpetrators have ever been identified, and the case of the yogurt shop murders remains unsolved to this day, though efforts to crack it continue. Regarding the APD, well, aside from being publicly humiliated, there has been no meaningful accountability, no disciplinary actions, no formal review, and, as mentioned, no compensation. The wrongful convictions and shattered lives of Robert Springsteen, Michael Scott, Maurice Pierce, and Forrest Wellborn have been reduced to contentious topics discussed in true crime forums. The scandal, it seems, did little more than overshadow what mattered most: the victims. 17-year-old Jennifer Harbison, a high school senior and track runner, had just gotten her first car. It was a gift from her parents, and she was working at the yogurt shop to help them with the repayments. She was idolized by her 15-year-old sister Sarah, who played on her school's volleyball and basketball teams. Sarah was a talented athlete, though we'll never know just how far she could have gone. 17-year-old Eliza Thomas had a little sister of her own,